is the He for She speech by Emma Watson. The belief that men and women should have equal rights and opportunities. It is a theory of the political, economic, and social equality of the sexes. This is the definition of feminism. I've experienced gender inequality many times as an 18-year-old woman, and I'm sure many of you guys have too. It's not just about equal pay, but healthcare, sexualizing, and many more factors. The feeling of not being able to speak out as if others think you have a perfect life. Everyone has problems that they're going through, and everyone should feel welcome to talk about the problems without being considered weak or unattractive. Emma Watson's speech speaks out about a continuous problem in society, gender inequality. Not only does she talk about gender inequality towards men or women, but men as well, inviting them to join in the feminist movement and give confidence to join in combos most would feel judged for. This speech was given at the United Nations platform in New York City on September 20th, 2014. Many of you might know Hermione Granger from the Harry Potter series, played by Emma Watson. She started at age 9, and her popularity to society and service in the community gives people a form of trust to her. This speech shows importance because she has faced multiple forms of gender inequality ever since she was a child. She was confused why she was being called bossy. She was confused why she was being called bossy at age 8 for wanting to direct a play in school. She started getting sexualized at age 14 by certain elements of the press. Some of her girlfriends have started dropping out of sports because they didn't want to be considered too muscly at age 15. And she realized that a bunch of her male friends at age 18 felt insecure to talk about their feelings. And this had continued throughout her whole childhood. Her parents didn't love her any less because she was born a girl. Her school did not limit her because she was a girl, and her mentors didn't doubt her because of the fact that she might have a child when she is older. These are the gender inequality ambassadors who pushed her to go farther, and she feels as if we need more of them. She then decided that she was a feminist, which was considered an uncomfortable word, and women's expression seen as too strong, too aggressive, isolating, anti-men, or even unattractive.
Gender equality is your issue too. Because to date, I've seen my father's role as a parent being valued less by society, despite my needing his presence as a child as much as my mother's. I've seen young men suffering from mental illness, unable to ask for help, for fear it would make them less of a man, or less of a man. In fact, in the UK, suicide is the biggest killer of men, between 20 to 49, eclipsing road accidents, cancer, and coronary heart disease. I've seen men made fragile and insecure by a distorted sense of what constitutes male success. Men don't have the benefits of equality either. We don't often talk about men being imprisoned by gender stereotypes, but I can see that they are, and that when they are free, things will change for women as a natural consequence. If men don't have to be aggressive in order to be accepted, women won't feel compelled to be submissive. If men don't have to control, women won't have to be controlled. Both men and women should feel free to be sensitive. Both men and women should feel free to be strong. It is time that we all perceive gender on a spectrum instead of two sets of opposing ideals.
Why is this speech significant? Emma brought up how Hillary Clinton's speech in Beijing in 1997 about women's rights was only 30% of the audience was male, and that was nearly 30 years ago. Half of the population did not feel invited to come. In an article in 2014, globally, about 1 in 3 women will be beaten or raped during their lifetime, and more than 140 million women and girls are estimated to be living with the consequences of FGM. And despite numerous UN resolutions that state the importance of women's involvement in peace and reconciliation, women are still not invited to peace talks. This is significant for the future because gender inequality still has not been resolved, and it won't be resolved until men and women are equal. The rhetorical devices that Emma used in her speech were anaphora, when she says at the very end of the speech, if not me, who, if not now, when. She uses the words if not so that people can remember this, because if no one gets the courage to speak up about it, then nothing's really going to be resolved. She uses illusion when she spoke about Hillary Clinton's speech in 1997. She used hypophora when she said, how can we affect change in the world when only half of it is invited? And she used this as an invitation towards men to join conversations. She uses ethos because she played Hermione Granger, and a lot of people know that, which creates a form of trust and understanding. She talks about her personal experiences growing up. And for the logo, she uses UK statistics about how suicide is the biggest killer of men from ages 20 to 49. And thank you for listening to